So every single Monday we get our buttholes swabbed. Hey guys, so I am having a really awesome day today. I got a day pass from the hospital. Now, I've been in the hospital pretty much this entire month. I've been in the hospital like every single day this entire month. As you know, I'm staying at the hospital and you know, it's the fucking hospital. So there's not much else to say other than that, but I think I've been handling it pretty well. I have my ups and downs. I did have a minor mental breakdown yesterday at like 12 o'clock at night, but I'm feeling a lot better today. I had some bad news as far as my treatment yesterday, which was a little bit of a setback, but as with any serious illness, there's gonna be good days and there's gonna be bad days, and thankfully today is a good day. So I got a day pass from the hospital, my levels are stable, and I'm able to see Frank. I am currently at the hotel down the street from the hospital where my mom is staying with my dog, and I should be getting out of the hospital within the next week and going back home to Connecticut to stay with my parents and really begin my road to recovery. But today I decided to put on some makeup and try to feel normal and try to film a video. So today I'm gonna be doing a Q&A. Also, side note, this is my first time wearing makeup in like a few days. Also, my skin tone has changed. I might look a little bit jaundiced, and I don't know if I said that right, and my eyes are yellow as fuck. Not because I'm an alcoholic. I have not had a drink in like many months, but one of the medications I'm on causes yellowing of the skin and the eyes. So yeah. So I asked you guys on Twitter and on Instagram to ask me whatever questions. It can be pertaining to like literally anything. It could be about boobs, you know, it could be about boys, it could be about buttholes. I don't care. Sometimes it's nice to just pretend that I'm not living the sick life and just feel like a normal person. So I asked you guys a couple hours ago to ask me whatever questions, and I'm gonna try to answer as many questions as I can. And I'm just gonna try to make this as like conversational as possible and not really edit this too much because your girl's tired and she doesn't want to fucking edit. So the first question is from Brandon Dawson 1998. Be honest, what's better, the hospital food or your cooking? Okay, well it depends, because actually some of the hospital food is really, really good. You'd be surprised. Like, they're okay. The pizza here, not good though. Would not recommend. 0 out of 10. Next question is from M. Beshi. Můžu se zeptat, proč si se nešla léčit do Czech? Bylo by to o dost levnější, jinak posílám moc síly a pozitivní energie, seš úžasná. Díky M. No, tady tu otázku dostávám často, a to je, proč jsem nejela do Česka na moji léčbu. A já to vysvětlím v angličtině. Já se cítím, že se lépe vysvětlím, když budu mluvit v angličtině. So, why didn't I go get treatment in Czech Republic? Well, the hospital that I am currently at in the United States is the only hospital in the world that specializes in the rare disease that I have. It's a research hospital, and they have the most cutting-edge, up-and-coming treatment for severe aplastic anemia, also known as bone marrow failure. So that is why I'm there. Czech Republic is great, and I have a lot of family there, and I'm sure the healthcare system is great, but right now this is the place where I need to be for my particular condition. Thank you for your question. Next question is from, sorry guys, I'm so fucking out of breath. Hemoglobin is low. Next question is from Shannon Rose. Hi Shannon. First of all, I hope you feel better, and I'm so sorry you're going through this. Do you have a roommate in your hospital room? If so, do you like them? What's the nastiest nurse experience you have had thus far? So shout out to Shannon. I know she's been going through her own issues with her health, and my heart really goes out to her. As somebody who donated my eggs in the past, like, I know how incredibly painful it is for women who are unable to conceive and are just sent on this roller coaster of emotions of in vitro fertilization, and it's so expensive, and like I feel for her so bad. And it's weird, like her and I both had these medical emergencies coincide at the same time, and she's been so supportive on my social media, so I really appreciate it. And I don't have a roommate. I am on like kind of isolation, I guess. I have a big ass freaking room all to myself. It's kind of awesome, and so far the nurses have been amazing. But the nastiest nurse experience I've had is there is this thing on Mondays called butt swab Mondays, and it's pretty self-explanatory. So because I'm on the oncology floor and there's like a lot of patients who are on chemo or who have lymphoma or leukemia, we all have like really fucking low white blood cells, so any risk of like infection or disease is taken very seriously. And one of the, I guess, risks of spreading disease is through fecal matter. Make sure that we don't carry any kind of like virus or poop disease. So like, I don't care who you are, who your nurse is, like what drugs you're on. Nothing is quite as uncomfortable as turning over and having a nurse stuff a little Q-tip thing up your butthole. And it tickles. Next question is from Tay Aslin. What motivates you to stay hopeful and so positive? I think you're so strong and beautiful. Hold on. That was very sweet. I need to breathe because like I'm so out of breath. I'm excited because I'm happy to be filming a video right now. Okay, I need to chill the fuck out. Okay. How do I stay so positive? Perspective. Like last night I was on my Facebook support group for this disease, and like you see people who are older who are not doing as well, and then you know, like people obviously pass, and you get kind of like invested in their story, and then you find out that they passed, and like it's so fucking hard. I was also on Facebook on my support group, and this Indian man was commenting on the support group with like a really devastating picture saying like, I don't have treatment, like I don't have medicine, I don't have access to healthcare. And I tried to message him, but there was like a language barrier, and I'm like trying to tell him like, come to NIH, like the doctors, researchers will like pay for you to come here and like receive treatment. And he's like, I can't, I have no access to anything. And I'm just like, I wish that there was more I can fucking do, because in, you know, this disease is almost always fatal if left untreated. It is so important to get supportive care, to get blood transfusions, because if you don't, like, you pretty much just die. And like there are people out there in the world that have no access to hospitals, no access to like even fucking clean water. Like I just, like I get anxious and I get freaked out by having this. I can't even fucking imagine what it would be for somebody living in a third world country. Next question is from my oh my god, sorry. I have to stop and breathe. Next question is from M Reynolds 39. Have you experienced a lot of people trying to fix you with their oils, diet plans, special juices, etc.? Most frustrating thing I've experienced. Tell me about it. Holy shit. The worst fucking thing I think is when people think this is dietary, because they hear aplastic anemia, they think it's something related to diet, that I'm not getting enough iron or I'm not getting enough fruits and vegetables. And the thing is, aplastic anemia is very misleading in its name. It's not anemia. Actually, I have an iron overload in my body right now because of the amount of red blood transfusions I've been getting. So actually any additional iron would be dangerous for me. All of my nutrients, all of my everything are fine. I have really good cellular recovery because aside from my failed bone marrow, I am a very healthy person. All of my other organs are functioning like at their best, which is why I'm so grateful. A diet in this case, in this disease, will not really make much of a difference. I have a severe case of this disease. If it were moderate or mild, which some people do have a mild form of this, I would definitely look into like alternative medicine and like trying different diets. But when you're playing with like, you know, months to live maybe, I don't think it's very wise to look at alternative medicine. I've also had a lot of people message me about like, I don't know, crazy healing practices. And I know it comes from a place of wanting to help. And I know it's not coming from a bad place, but like, it's honestly not what I need to be hearing right now. I just need support and love and just people to ask me how I'm doing. And right now I am in the hands of some of the world's best researchers and doctors, and I am a very, very firm believer in medicine, and I do appreciate everybody's prayers, chants, or whatever it is that you do. But I think at the end of the day, I think we all need to just be really grateful in modern medicine, because prayers and positive outlook do help. And I don't know, I feel like doctors and like medical geniuses of this world sometimes don't get enough fucking credit, because everyone's like, oh, it's such a miracle. Like, no, this guy's been working on a cure for 20 years. It's not a fucking miracle. He's a fucking hardworking scientist, doctor who dedicated his life. Next question is from Nyline. Are you planning on moving back to New York City? Get well soon. I think my life in New York City is over, unfortunately. I had an amazing time. New York was a great chapter in my book of life. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about other people. And I will always treasure those moments. But I think it's time to close that chapter. I think that I am ready to like buy some fucking land in Czech Republic and build a family home and just like get back to nature. And I think the happiest I have been all year was just recently when I was in Czech Republic. So I think that's my next step. Next question is from, are you kidding? You wrote SAA is incurable. I thought a successful bone marrow transfer would do the trick. What about a partial match bone marrow transplant? Aren't there some real successes happening in that research arena? I'm gonna have to end this Q&A soon because I'm like getting so out of breath. So severe aplastic anemia at the moment is currently incurable. There are plenty of people that I've spoken to who have been in remission for many, many years, have been able to return to their regular lives, just have to be more careful and proactive with their health. And obviously I will always have to go to the doctor like regularly for blood work because it can come back at any time, especially if I were to get pregnant. Bone marrow transplant right now is not on the table for me because I don't have a match currently. And a half match transfer would be more dangerous than the treatment. So, you know, currently that's not anything I'm thinking about. But my main hope is that by getting treatment, I will put myself into remission. And then, you know, maybe 10 years down the line, there will be more medical advancements with bone marrow transplants or half transplants, so, or stem cell transplants. So, you know, that's like what I'm keeping my fingers crossed for. Because just in the past 5 years alone, there has been so much progress, especially with this disease. So I'm really hoping that, you know, in the future, this is something that will just be easier to deal with. Next question is from M. Night Chan. Did you have any sexy doctors or nurses? They're all very beautiful people inside and out, but you know, I was kind of hoping for a sexy doctor, but you know, no sexy doctors for me. You know, just like a little bit of eye candy to just like get me through the day. And speaking of attractive, the last question is going to be from Michal Sopor, who is a Czech YouTuber and also an amazing person because he actually went to a bone marrow registry clinic with my other friend Daniel Miller, another YouTuber, and they both made videos about how they went to join the bone marrow registry, and that was like seriously so amazing of them. When I saw the video, I cried. His question is, what was the first thought that came through your mind when you found out what's going on? So the first 4 days that I was in the hospital, they didn't really know what was wrong with me. They were like tossing around leukemia and all sorts of things. And so I just was blank. All I could do was cry. And then when I finally got my diagnosis and learned more about it and Googled the shit out of it, I guess my first thought was, why me? Because I don't do drugs, I don't abuse my body. I eat relatively healthy. I'm active. And I just like, I felt like it was so unfair that this happened to me. And I just didn't like, I didn't understand like what was the purpose of this? Like why was this happening to me? Like, why me, you know? There are only 600 cases of aplastic anemia every single year in the United States. And I just thought to myself, like, why couldn't I like fucking win the lottery instead? But no, instead, I won the shit lottery of diseases. So that was also in my mind. And then of course, like me being dramatic, well, like, I don't want to die, which like, I guess is a normal thing to think. But now I'm just thinking about getting better and just like being able to fucking go outside and like function and be a normal person. So that's gonna be it for today's Q&A. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll probably do a part 2 or something because I know there's other questions that I haven't answered, but I want to thank you guys so much for continuing to support me on my channel through this like weird time of not making videos, and I love you all so much. Make sure to follow me on my social media to keep up with me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. There's my mom.